Good afternoon,
Ma'am,
everyone.
page 122.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. So let's start from page 122 of of my book. It's Antonio's speech. You know that Antonio was trying to provoke Sebastian to kill King Alonso and Gonzalo, right? And become the king of Naples. This is what he was trying to do. She that is queen of Tunis, she that dwell 10 leagues beyond man's life. So she who is the queen of Tunis. So they were talking about Claribel. Claribel, who is now the queen of Tunis, because Antonio asked Sebastian that if Ferdinand is gone, then who is the next heir to the throne of Naples, right? So Sebastian said that if Ferdinand is gone, then the next heir will be Claribel. The successor of Queen Alonso will be Claribel. So Antonio replies that, oh, Claribel, that Claribel who is now the queen of Tunis, she that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She lives so far that even if a man tries to reach her throughout his life, then also 10 leagues will be left. So that is the great distance from Naples to Tunis. So you told that day that figure of speech, hyperbole, has been used here. Exaggeration. She that from Naples can have no note unless the sun were opposed. So she can only get, no note means she can only get information, she can only get news about Naples if sun becomes its messenger, right? If sun becomes the messenger, if sun becomes her messenger, then only she'll be able to get any news of Naples. The man in the moon is too slow. The man in the moon means, see, moon takes 28 days to complete its cycle, right? So moon will be slower. Moon, the man in the moon means if moon is the messenger, then it will be definitely very slow. So it's only possible if sun becomes Claribel's messenger that she will be able to get any news about Naples while living in Tunis. Till newborn chins be rough and reasonable, she from whom we all were sea swallowed. So then he further says that if someone tries to convey a message to Claribel, it will take so much time that the newborn babies, they will have their beards and their chins will become razorable, means their chins will be ready to shave. So it will take so many years to convey any news from Naples to Claribel, who is living in Tunis. So it's a meaning, be rough and razorable. Till the newborn baby's chins, they become rough. When a baby boy, he grows up, his chins, they become rough and they are razorable. Razorable means they are ready for shaving. She from whom we all were sea swallowed. She, Claribel, because of whom we were almost swallowed by the sea, right? See, it was only because of Claribel's marriage that they were traveling through sea. And so Claribel's marriage was responsible for them being almost sea swallowed. Sea swallowed means swallowed by the sea, engulfed by the sea. Though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act. So what happened? Though sea was about to swallow us, but somehow some of us who were on board that ship, they managed to be alive. Though some cast away. Cast away means thrown back. Few of us were thrown back, and by that destiny to perform an act. And why? Because there was some act to be performed. Our being alive itself means that we have got an opportunity. There is something which we need to do. That is why we were not killed in that shipwreck, because we were supposed to do something else. And so this is the right time to make use of that opportunity which we have got. And by that destiny to perform an act. And so destiny has saved us. By that destiny means destiny has saved us to perform some act for ourselves. And what was the act? By that destiny to perform an act, whereof what post is prologue. So whereof means what has been saved from the past. Past means shipwreck has become something of the past now. No? So what has been saved from the past was only got to come. So what has been saved from the past will be a beginning of the future. Means whatever we managed to save from the past, we have saved our lives from the past. We are alive because what they believe that their other companions, their other fellow men, they are dead who were along with them in the ship. It's only 5-6 of them who have been saved. This is what they are thinking. So they say, whereof what's past is prologue. Prologue means the beginning. Prologue here means the beginning. Whatever is past, whatever has been saved from the past, we handful of them have been saved from the past. And so this is a new beginning for our future. What to come? What to come means future. So this are being saved from the past means that we should start afresh, and our future is about to, we should think about our future, and our future is about to begin in your and my discharge. So now it's our job to crown our future with our performance. Our future will be the way we want it to be, right? If we'll act judiciously, if we'll act in a sensible manner, then definitely our future will be great. Right now our future is in our hand. This is the new beginning of our future, and our future depends upon how you and me are going to act at the present moment. Like if they agree and decide to kill King Alonso, then what will happen? Then definitely they'll have a great future, right? Sebastian at least will have a great future. He'll become the king of Naples. So that is what Antonio is telling him, that our performance will determine our future, the type of future we are going to have. Sebastian, what stuff is this? How say you? He says, what are you talking about? What nonsense are you talking about? How say you? How dare you talk like this? If you are telling me to kill my own brother. 'Tis true, my brother's daughter is queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples. Twixt with which regions there is some space. Says, yes, it is true. I agree with the fact that you have told just now that there is definitely some distance between Tunis and Naples. The distance between Tunis and Naples is great. They are too far off from each other. But still, this doesn't deny the fact that she is the next heir to the throne of Naples also. We cannot ignore this fact. It is true, my brother's daughter is queen of Naples. Whatever you said is true. She is the queen of Naples. She is the queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples. And she'll be the heir of Naples also. Twixt which reason? Twixt means between. Between these two regions, there is some space. Some space means there is a great amount of distance here. I agree that though they are far apart from each other, though they are too far from each other, but still this doesn't allow me to think that she is not the heir of Naples now, or the throne of Naples doesn't belong to her anymore. Antonio, oh, a space whose every cubit seems to cry out. How shall that claribel measure us back to Naples? So he says, Antonio says, that distance, that space, he said, no, there is some space. So there is some distance. So Antonio says, yes, and that space, whose every cubit means every cubit again is a inch of space, whose every inch. Cubit is similar to inch. The space whose every inch seems to cry out, means every inch of the distance between Naples and Tunis, it seems to scream. How shall that claribel measure us back to Naples? How will that claribel come to Naples from Tunis to address the to address the grievances of the people of Naples? How can she rule over Naples when she is living in Tunis? How will she solve the problems of the people of Naples and the problems of Naples? measure us back to Naples. Measure us back to Naples means how will she come and take care of Naples? Keep in Tunis and let Sebastian away. So he says, let Claribel remain in Tunis. Let her be the queen of Tunis and let Sebastian awake. Sebastian, who is dreaming, who is unaware of his bright future, let him awake from his deep sleep. He is not realizing how great an opportunity he has got. He fails to realize this fact. So let Sebastian awake. Let Sebastian become aware of this great opportunity which he has in hand. Say this was death that now hath seized them. So then he points out to the people who are lying in front of them, that is King Alonso, Gonzalo, Adrian, Francisco. He's talking about them. He says, just look at them. They were fast asleep. Huh? They were lying there and sleeping. So he says, just look at them. Say they were dead that now hath seized them. And look at these people who are sleeping and just imagine if they were not asleep and they were actually dead. See, there is no difference. From a distance, a dead person and a person who is sleeping, they look the same. So he says that, so say this were dead. Means suppose they were not asleep and they were dead. Then now hath seized them. Then now has seized them means that death has taken over them, that death has captured them. Why they were no worse than now they are. So then also they will seem no bad than how they are looking, no worse than what they are looking now. They will look the same, whether they are dead or whether they are fast asleep. So there is not much difference. Why they are no worse than now they are. So they will not appear worse than what they are looking at the present moment. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. Now look at this person who is sleeping, that is King Alonso, right? He's pointing to King Alonso and he says, now look at this person who is asleep. And just imagine if this person is dead. Imagine if sleep has not taken control of him and instead death has taken over him. Then who is the next one who can rule over Naples the way he does? There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. As well as he that sleeps means he here refers to King Alonso, right? Who can rule over Naples as well as King Alonso is ruling over Naples. Lords that can freight as amply and unnecessarily. So he says, now he's talking about Gonzalo, right? Earlier he talked about Alonso. Just look at King Alonso and think that who is the other person who can rule over Naples, just like him, just like the way he is ruling. Lords that can freight as amply and unnecessarily. Then he talks about Gonzalo and he says, then there are lords who can freight means you can talk, unnecessary talk, right? Who can go on talking nonsense as amply and unnecessarily. Amply means too much, in ample amount, right? And as necessarily as this Gonzalo. So there are lords who can talk as much as this Gonzalo talks, as much unnecessary stuff as this person Gonzalo talks. I myself could make a chaff of a deep chat. Chaff is a bird. It's a black colored bird like a crow, right? So he says, he also is not doing something. This Gonzalo is also not doing something which other persons cannot do, right? There are so many lords in our kingdom who can talk as much as he talks, who can talk as much nonsense and in such great amount as he is talking. And I myself could make a chaff of a deep chat. And forget about the other lords. I myself can talk that much, right? I also myself can talk like it's a red-legged crow. They have given the meaning. Yeah, a red-legged crow. It's a bird which resembles a crow, right? So I also can talk like a chaff. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. And because I feel that you also have the mind like me, means you and I, both of us, think in a similar manner, have the same way of thinking. Then that is why I'm telling you, oh, that you bore the mind. Sorry, no. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. He says that I wish that you also had the mind that I do. Bore, no? It's not in the present tense. He says that I wish that you also had a similar mind like I had. Because Antonio is realizing something. Antonio is looking at the opportunity which Sebastian is unable to do. So that is why Antonio says that I wish you also had a similar mind like me. You also must think the similar, think in the similar manner like me. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. How I wish that you could also feel and think in the similar manner as I can do. What a sleep were this for your advancement. Then, if you also could think in a similar manner like me, then what will happen? Then you will understand how helpful is their sleep. What a sleep was this? What a great sleep. The sleep in which they are. What a great sleep it is for your advancement. Right? So, it is a great sleep for your advancement. Advancement means for your rising to power. Right? Do you understand me? So he says, now are you getting what I mean to say? Can you understand what I mean to say? How their sleep can be beneficial to us. How their sleep can be very useful for your success, for accomplishing your ambition, for your achieving greatness. Do you understand me? So are you understanding what I mean to say? Sebastian says, B thinks I do. So Sebastian says, yes, now I think I do understand you. Antonio, and how does your content tender your own good fortune? Okay, and so now because you said that you are getting what I mean to say, because you have understood what I mean to say, so I can tell you that then I would like to ask you, how are you feeling? Once you have understood, how are you feeling after getting? Means what feeling are you having once you have understood what I mean to say? How does it make you feel? How does this whole thing make you feel? Once you have started feeling about your good fortune, now because you have understood what I mean to say, then what kind of feeling do you have about your good fortune, about the accomplishment of such a great ambition? Sebastian, I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero. So Sebastian says, yeah, I do remember that you also did a similar thing to your brother in the past. Supplant means displace, right? Remove. So you also displaced and removed your brother Prospero in the past, right? Now I recollect. Yes, in the past, somewhere in the past, like 12 years ago, you also did a similar thing in the past. So Antonio says, true. Say, yes, very true. Exactly, this is exactly what I did. And look how well my garments sit upon me. And so, see how nice I look in this king's robe. How nice I look how in this duke's robe, right? How wonderful I look in these king's garment, these royal garments which I am wearing. How well they fit me, right? How much they suit me. Because I displaced my brother at that time. If I would have not done so, then I would have just remained a subordinate, a substitute duke of my brother. Much fitter than before. So much fitter, see, fitter means graceful. So I look much more graceful. I look much more graceful than what I was earlier. Means when I was acting, earlier means when I was acting as a substitute of my brother. In comparison to that time, I look much better than I was in the past. My brother's servant were then my fellow. At that time, when I was acting as a substitute of my brother, at that time, my brother's servant means the ministers of my brother. Who were they? They were my fellows. My fellows means they were my equals. They were my colleagues. At that time, because at that time Antonio was not the king, not the duke. So Antonio was also must be an official of Prospero, right? Antonio was also working for Prospero along with the other ministers and the other officials. So that's why he says, my brother's servant were then my fellows. Were then my fellows means then at that time they were my equals. They were my colleagues. They were of the same rank as I was in the past. Now they are my men. And now, because now I am the duke, so they have become my men, means they have become my subordinates. Earlier I was working with them. Now they are working for me. That is the difference. Sebastian, but for your conscience, so it says, but then what about your conscience? What about that soul which you have inside you, which pricks when you do anything wrong? So how do you feel about it? So Antonio says, hey sir, what lies that? If it were a kite, so it would put me to my slipper. Says, oh, where does conscience lie? I don't care about it. That is something which is not important for me. I don't care about anything like conscience, anything like soul, which pricks, which creates problem for someone when a person does anything which is wrong. So I don't have. Where does it live? When he talked about that conscience, and he said, conscience, where is it present? I don't even know. And if it were a kite, I would put me to my slippers. And if conscience is like a kite, like a sword in the heel, kite means a sword on the heels. What happens when your sword means pain? When you have pain in your heels, what do? You wear slippers. So if conscience starts pricking me, first of all, I don't know where actually conscience is, or I do have it or I don't have it, right? So something which is very unimportant for me. And even if it is, and it starts pricking me like a sore in the heel, like pain in the heel, then I would cover my heels and cover my feet with slippers, right? It would put me to my slippers. Then I will definitely wear slippers. But I feel not the state is in my bosom. So, but still, I have a very strong feeling that I don't have this great thing, this divine thing within my heart, that it is present inside me. I don't have anything like conscience. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Milan, candid be they, and melt ere they molest. He said that even if, forget about one conscience, even if there were 20 consciences, and if they stood between me and the throne of Milan and the dukedom of Milan, what would I do? I would just melt them like a sugar candy. Candied means turn into sugar. So I would get, what happens when sugar melts? Like sugar is heated, it melts, right? So I would just turn them into sugar, be they, and melt, and just melt them like sugar, ere they molest. Ere means before. So before they try to prick me, before they try to torture me, I would melt, even if there were 20 consciences between me and the dukedom of Milan. So the first thing is, I don't have a conscience, and even if it was there, even if there were 20 of them, then I would just prefer to melt them like a sugar candy and do away with them before they could prick me. Molest here means before they could prick me. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. So he comes to the point that you can see that your brother is lying here. Your brother Alonso is lying here in front of you, and he's looking no better than the earth on which he is lying. He's looking just like a clod of earth, just like the piece of earth on which he is lying. If he were that which now he is like. So if we transform him into the earth, into real earth, what happens? We say that we have sprung from this earth and we will ultimately go back to this earth, right? Once you die, you get mixed up in this earth only. So he says, why not convert him? Where was it? If he were that which now he is like. He's like means he's like earth here. He's just like a piece of earth here. So what if we just transform him into what he is looking like? Because he is looking like earth, so why not just transform him into that piece of earth only? that's dead. So then he very specifically says, what I mean to say is that why not kill him? Why not transform him from being living creature to a dead one, so that he becomes a part of this earth only? Whom I, with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever. And what I can do, he says, I can do that. I have the power and the courage to do that with my obedient steel. Steel means here means the dagger and the knife which he must be carrying. You know what is the dagger? Dagger, you can say, is the elder sister of knife and the younger sister of sword. So it is like somewhere between a knife and a sword, right? So whom I with this obedient steel. Obedient steel means that the weapon which he is holding, right, which is like a knife, bigger than a knife. So with this obviously any weapon is obedient. When you will use it, then only it will attack. No weapon is going to attack on itself. So that is why he has called his dagger as being obedient. 3 inches of it. So I'll just have to insert my dagger 3 inches inside him, can lay to bed forever. Then he will be in his eternal sleep. Means he will sleep forever after that. I just need to instruct my dagger, and once my dagger goes 3 inches inside him, then what will happen? He will sleep forever. Whilst you doing thus to the perpetual wing, for I might put this ancient morsel. And what you are going to do whilst you doing thus, and doing thus means doing the same. I will kill King Alonso. I will insert my dagger inside King Alonso, and in the same way, what you are going to do, you are going to send this fellow, that is Gonzalo, into perpetual wing. Perpetual wing means perpetual sleep. Perpetual means again eternal sleep. For I might put this ancient morsel. Ancient morsel means that old man. Ancient here means old, right? So man, old man who is very wise and learned. And what are you supposed to do is that you are supposed to send this ancient wise old man to perpetual sleep. This Sir Prudence. Sir Prudence means your intellect, right? So who is very, Sir Prudence is a reference to a person who is very wise and very learned, who should not upbraid our course. Why do we need to why do we need to kill this person Gonzalo? Because if he'll be alive, then what will he do? He will get up and he will upbraid our course. Means he will start condemning our action, right? He will criticize our action, and he can even create problems for us, right? He might refuse to be on our side. He might go against us. So our course here means actions, and upbraid means to condemn. So that is why you need to kill this Gonzalo.